Hello, welcome, welcome. Charlie Carna here. We're back on the Minecraft realm. Give it a minute here. Yeah. So, uh, man, the weather on the East Coast right now, it's just been hot and miserable and rainy, and we were like 101 degrees the other day. We had thunderstorms, and it was just a mess. It like you could hear it in my throat, like just the sinuses and the allergies have been bothering me. I didn't sleep well last night. But anyway, I woke up this morning. I'm having my coffee and I'm on my computer. I'm looking up stuff, and I got a very nice message uh, on one of my YouTube videos for the starting the gas station by a guy named I shouldn't assume it's a guy, but Bob Aramer. Am I saying that right? Probably not. But he sent me this really nice message, and I was really like, it just made my whole day. It was just yeah, it was just really nice. Anyway, he one of the suggestions he made was uh, maybe doing a realm tour, showing off some of the builds. And at first, I was like, well, I don't know, like it like I don't know. It felt like kind of pretentious. Like who am I? Like, first off, I can't believe people are actually watching this stuff, let alone liking this stuff. So, I was like, but then I started thinking about it. Like, I did just start streaming on this realm without any sort of context. Like, there's no context of what this realm is or what our plans are, how long we've had it. Obviously, you can see the days played up in the corner, 6,985. But it doesn't really put it in true context of what it is. So I was like, all right, well, you know what? Let's do a stream. Let's do a stream and kind of give a little brief history of the world and show some of the builds. So this realm it's a family realm, and uh, I play on here with my son, my nieces, my nephews. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Thanks, buddy. Yes, it is. Yeah, it was really it's I'm taken aback by how many people have made comments and said how much they like in videos and are enjoying some of this stuff. Like yeah, it's just I'm kind of blown away. Like and this message this morning by this guy Bob was kind of like put me over the top. Like I was like just I was in a good mood all day today. And so anyway, so we play on this realm. I play on with my sons, my nieces, my nephews, and some of their friends have also played through the years. This is our this is actually our third realm. The first one was started in 2015. We had that for a little bit. That was like pure chaos. We had a bunch of people on there. It was it was nuts. And then we had a smaller group for the Realm 2, which we had for a while until basically when Caves and Cliffs Part 1 came out and they added the everything below Bedrock. They added all the way down to Y minus 64, added all the deep slate and everything like that. It basically, it pretty much doubled our realm size. And if anyone has ever played on a realm, on console, like once it gets to a certain size, it's unplayable. It's so laggy, especially back in the Xbox One days. So we're all playing on Xbox X now, Series X now, which is, basically a supercomputer. So it runs really, really great. But when Caves and Cliff Part 2 came out in November of 21, we decided let's abandon that world because it got really big. It was getting laggy, and we really wanted, Caves and Cliffs Part Two added the giant mountains, and we felt like we were missing so much of the world by not having these giant mountains and stuff. So in December of 2021, we started this realm, this current realm that we're on now. And the goal was to keep the file size as small as possible. I don't even know. Can we see? I don't even know if we could see how big it is. I think it's just over 100 megabytes. Okay, I can't really see. It's just over 100 megabytes. We just hit 100 the other day, or the last update we hit 100. So as you can see, we actually have two realms here. We have this one that was started in December 2021, and then we have a creative copy. And the reason why we have a creative copy was uh, we wanted to keep the file size small, so we don't want to load up chunks unnecessarily. So what we do is we have this creative copy that allows us to explore in creative and then find where we want to go, then hop back on the realm and go through the nether, and that way it's a direct shot. It's 1/8 of the chunks being loaded, and it really has helped keep our file size down. Um, and you can see we update every couple of weeks. The last time this was updated was June 2nd, so it does. We do need to update it again. I haven't been on there since June 10th. But anyway, so back to the main realm. Um, and it really is important to do it that way because just think of this. Just think since 2021, just think of what they added. They added the deep dark. They added the mangrove swamps. They added the cherry blossom. They've added trial chambers, pale oak forest. What else? Oh, and just the sulfur biome just added. So because we kept it so small, we didn't have to travel 5, 10,000 blocks to get any of these new biomes. We only had to travel maybe 1,000 blocks. We knew which direct, once we went on the creative realm, we knew exactly where we were going. So let's sleep real quick. Now I'm only going to show you the stuff that I built. I'm not going to show any of my nieces or nephews or my son's stuff. I feel like that's their stuff, and they can show it off if they want to show it off or not. But I'm just going to show you sort of what I've done and what are thinking of. You'll notice too, like I get a lot of influence from a lot of different YouTubers that I follow. Probably the three main ones are Scar, Good Times with Scar, B and the Goat Etho. You'll see a lot of their influences, like that's a Scar slash B Dub's tree. Um, you'll see a lot of the color stuff is Etho. A lot of the uh, I want to say role playing, but like playing the game is kind of like what a BOO would do. Um, manually chopping wood, stuff like that. So when we started, this was spawn. I'll show you right here. We have a diamond block marked for spawn. So the members of the realm, current members right now, there's me, Charlie Carno. There's my nephew, Zombie Bobby. There's my niece, Negan. She's a big Walking Dead fan. And here's my son, Fireburner. There's been off and on, we've had other people play. But right now, these are the four main people that play. We don't play all the time. They're on here now and then, and it's people have got busy lives, busy schedules. But it's nice that this is always here when they do want to play. And even me, like I'm right now, I'm playing Arc Official PvE, which is taking up a bulk of my time. And listen, I'm a grown man. I got responsibilities. I can't be playing games all day, so I only have X amount of hours to play, so it's hard to to be on here all the time. But that's the beauty of Minecraft is you could just like go on when you want, but you'll notice most of these projects are not finished and they'll never be finished. But that's how I like to play. I like to go from one project. I do one project, and once I get exhausted of creativity, I will then go to another project. And then, and after a month or so, I go back to that old one, and I have fresh eyes and a fresh perspective, and I'm able to sort of tackle it in a different way. So here's spawn. This is the exact spawn point. When we came in, it was a birch forest, um, similar to all around us here. And it was the first time too. This is a brand new forest. These were the tall birch trees. They were added in the 118 update. I never planned on building a base here. What I my plan was I wanted to make it a safe zone for when people did come in and spawn in, that they would have everything in like everything available to them. I wanted to make it as spawn proof as I could, though I didn't do, did a terrible job on the mountain. But like, put lighting in where I could, anywhere if I could put carpet on, like there's carpet up there, there's fence posts, lights, whatever I could to make it safe. We have our starter farms here. It's like I think an 8 cactus farm. We have our carrots, our beets, our potatoes. We have melons and pumpkins. This was a sugarcane farm. Cocoa beans. We had a little moss generator. Just a simple, not even a big one. It's just a simple 2 block moss generator. But I just wanted to be like that someone could come in when they spawned in, that they had a safe place, they could gear up, they could get food, they could trade with villagers. Um, and that was kind of the goal. But then it kind of morphed into kind of being my base. So the first actual structure, so that was like the little farm area. I just dug in a hole there. But the first structure was this building here. Nothing special. Like it's this sort of, I don't know, what is this called? Cottage core, I guess, or something. I don't know. I'm bad with that stuff. But it's like typical every starter house you would see, especially during that time. You think 21, 22, everyone built house. This was the style. You kind of had the gradient with the grays at the bottom with the green, and sometimes you get mossied up and cracks. Like this was sort of the, all just materials that we had at the time. Um, oh, I should point out too, we have several texture packs on here. One of them is let's see. One of them is the turns gold helmets into crowns. You know, we thought that was kind of cool. Like we were going to do like some like originally we were going to do some like kingdom thing. Like we were all going to have our own kingdoms and stuff like that. In fact, my son's built a crazy, crazy castle. Um, so we put this texture pack on there that's all it does. It's just a gold helmet that turns it into a crown. We also have, if you notice, our consumables are all small. The reason why that is we want it small. I don't even have a totem on me, but we wanted the totems to be smaller. So we found this texture pack that turned all consumables small. But as I said in another stream, I think we're going to remove that because you could see like it just looks weird. Like I'm used to it by now, but it is like, and not everything, like, because you can't eat a pumpkin, you can't eat a melon, but the carrots you can. So it's like they're different sizes, and yeah, it looks weird. So I think we're gonna take that off. And probably the big one is the seamless glass. So you can see there's no seams in any of the glass. Same with like the tinted glass there. I really, really like that. I think that looks so much better than seeing the seams. And then the only other ones we have is we have quieter mine carts and quieter pistons. So it just makes it like we have one over here. There's a mine cart. You can see it going by. You could barely hear it. Let's see if it goes by. Yeah, see, I mean you can't hear it. So that's it. That's the only thing. Everything else is purely vanilla. Um, Why are you not dying? So anyway, so this is our first building. I have an little enchantment place up here. I was going with like this is going to be like an amethyst rug. This is the first. I actually in 118, we got the one before that we got the tough. 116 or 117, we got the tough block. And then I was trying to use that. Like I really like it with the andesite. I thought this was a cool little lamp design. I don't know. I was trying to make it like magical. We had the candles. Um, here's the chiseled bookshelf. I have a couple books here that are like ridiculous. Look how many enchantments are on these books. One, two, three, four, five, seven enchantments. I think both of these have seven enchantments. Is that the most? I wonder if that's the most. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. No, there's nine. Nine enchantments on one book. That is bananas. And that's not like we didn't create that. I think we got that either from fishing or the raid farm. So actually we could add more to it. That's bananas. But yeah, it's just a little the only thing of note up here, I was doing the texturing with the diorite. Um but I made this little like I was trying to do more of the stained windows and stuff like that. And I was trying to do, I don't know if you noticed, so there's a mixture of panes and full. Oh no, this is the one with the full blocks. I'm sorry, but this is I was trying to mix it up with like panes and full blocks, but this was my little like I don't know. I was trying to make it like a glare. Like you see how like it goes down at an angle. I don't know. I don't know what I was really trying to do, but I think it looks cool. It's just a little enchantment room. So this was our first enchantment setup. And then this furnace, by the way, has been running. I think I only pulled it once in 5 years. It is. I'm saving it for a special day. So I don't know if you remember. In Bedrock, there used to be a furnace glitch where, so you smelt something, it stores the XP, right? And you pull it out and you get all the XP. Well, and it's supposed to reset to zero. There was a bug on Bedrock where it never reset to zero. So you could just keep smelting, 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 and even if you're pulling it out, you're still adding to the XP number. That bug has been fixed, but right now I have not pulled this in at least it's been at least 3 years, maybe 4 years since I've actually pulled. So I can't wait. One day we're gonna get down to zero and we're gonna pull it, maybe like after 10 years, and see how many levels are in there. But excuse me, this one little furnace has carried us. And I tried to make it look cool, I put the little coal down here, kind of make it look like, I don't know, like ashes, like this is like kind of ashy and stuff like that. Get the stone got worn away from, you got the stone, the cobble, and then, just the dirt. Pressure plates, of course, because I hate opening stuff. I have weird things. I never, it's not the opening stuff, it's the closing. I hate when people leave the doors and gates open. So I always try to I always try to use pressure plates to make sure they close behind us. A little lava farm and, yeah, just, everything goes in there. And then here was my first, I still, up until just recently, I built the potion room. All my potions was done right here. Got a little water hidden there. Um, and this was my storage. I think out 3 to 4 years until we made this room, which I'll show you. I lived out of that little. Was it one, two, three, four, five? It's eight double chests was my entire storage room. Let's show you this. I'm really proud of this. So this is a vertical basalt generator. It's very slow. Well, sometimes it's very slow. It's very slow, but I'm very proud that I came up with this. Because it was not easy, at least for me, to come up with how to make it vertical like that. Um, I'll show you how. I'll show you what I did. So, my first issue, my first problem with it was uh, the lava, because we're on a server on a realm, there's, obviously you get that lag, right? So even though this block is supposed to reform right away. Oops, did I just break it? Oh, I just broke it. I'll fix that later. I just broke it. I'm not supposed to hit that one. Crap. But anyway, well, this way we show you how it works. Um, it forms the lava was deleting either the comparator or the repeater. And what I realized, because I had the lava too close. So lava in the overworld goes goes 5 blocks. So if I remove this, you could see that that's the fifth block right there. Like it will never go and hit either one of these. Well, it'll hit me, of course. Oops. There, we done? Okay. No, you have to go away. And skadoosh. Oh no, I deleted it. All right, well I'll fix it later. But anyway, that's how it works. Is that the lava was going 5 blocks, and now it won't delete the comparator or the repeater, and it just forms a circuit, right? So once this once this block hits, it completes the circuit that will push the sticky piston up and then retract. I did sometimes like it doesn't go like it needs to be refreshed. So I have a simple hopper clock here. There's probably way easier to do this, but yeah, just basically the circuit travels up and like when this moves up, it kind of turns it off and then back on again, and it just completes the circuit. So anyway, I'm really proud of this one. I'll fix it. I have to fix it later with some soul sand or soul soil. In fact, I'll do that right now while I'm thinking about it because I'll remember. Most of my redstone is like that. Like I try to figure it out myself, which means there are way easier and better ways of doing things. It's a lot of spaghetti redstone, but it works. It works for me. I'm not like I'm not trying to like maximize every farm and all this other stuff. So you need to be down one. There he goes. So that should fix it. So yeah, it's really cool. I really, if I break it up here, it should be fine. So yeah, if you break it, it just pushes, it completes that circuit, and there you go, and then a new one forms. So it pushes it up, but you can see how slow it forms. Because of how slow it forms, that's why sometimes the lava would then go and delete the comparator or the repeater. So by putting it 5 blocks back, it will never reach either one of those. We have a much better one in the Nether, which I'll show you. So the next thing was we did the bee farm and the copper because copper was a big thing. It's still a big thing. So this was the copper aging facility. Um, I don't know if the meta's changed now. I think it has, but it was at least it's still tried and true that if a copper is 4 blocks away from another copper, it would age faster. So each one of these spots is four apart. And yeah, it's 25 total spaces, and yeah, this is just where we were aging our copper. I tried to make it look I don't know, it's in this like steampunky phase. So it's very steampunky. Here's a little like I don't know, a fan. Here's our, here's our basalt generator with the blue and gray. Like I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Just some copper, I guess. It's just, um, yeah, and the bee farm's in here. So again, just with the wood that we had on it, the blocks that we had on early game, and we kind of made this little bee farm. It does both it does both bottles and honeycomb. It's not a great design. I'll tell you that. Which is fine. It fits our needs. Because every time there's an observer, can't see it. There's an observer just detecting every time a bee comes in and out. And when it does, it'll shoot out a bottle if it's on this high nest, or shears if it's on that nest. So we just waste a lot of. We're not wasting bottles, but every time it's shooting out a bottle, like see, it shoots out a bottle, even though it's not ready to collect. So it does. You just have to manage it more. I just have to come down here once in a while. This is just you know, when it fills up, you hit the button, it breaks it, puts it in here. Nothing groundbreaking there. But yeah, this room, I really like this room. Again, this was like a couple weeks, first, whatever month into the realm. It took a while to collect all these shroom lights. I'll tell you that. But yeah, once I kind of made this little design. Again, everything's trying to make everything spawn proof, and there was in the Nether. I'll show you. We spawned into a crimson desert, crimson forest, so we were able to get these blocks pretty easily. But yeah, that's the copper aging room. The next building was our little wood cutting farm. Again, it was just just to do to keep the short oak trees, and yeah, this is just where we were chopping all of our oak trees and all of our birch trees. We had a little setup here where we were, we had our barrels and stuff, and nothing in them now, but yeah, this is our little wood chopping thing. I wanted to make it look like, I don't know. I didn't want to just have like some dirt there. I wanted to actually build some structure, make sure it's belong. But yeah, if someone came in, they spawn in, they can grab food, they could trade, they could enchant, they could get their wood, they could also get their wool. One thing I'm not good at, which I'm trying to get better at, is uh, our roofs. I'm just not good at. I'm just really not good at it. I got the interiors down. I got like, I like building in like caves because I don't have to worry about the ceilings or the roof. But on this one, I tried to make it like a little farmhouse. I like that I used hay here. I was trying to experiment with different colors like yellow. I didn't want to go with like 'cause this was white and sandy. Like the first building was white. We used the concrete and the calcite. This one was more birch. So I wanted to kind of do something different here. So we went with the yellow. And I like that. I like the way the hay sort of broke up the yellow terracotta. You're gonna see a lot of terracotta. Terracotta is my favorite block. It's my favorite texture. It's not. It doesn't leave lines like wood does. Like strip wood. You could see the lines, like you could see the shadow there. You don't get that with terracotta, but it's not as bright as say like concrete. It's not like completely smooth. Is it going to be nighttime so I can sleep? So there's only so yeah, so I kind of like it. Like what I did with the roof was I don't know. Again, there's carpet, there's buttons, there's railings. I tried to make it look like it was kind of worn with the oak and the jungle logs. I think that kind of works. And the same thing, mixing up with the oak fences and jungle fences. But yeah, I think it looks nice. Add a couple ladders, all this stuff. Little wagon out here. This is where I was storing all my white wool that I was getting. Again, I like to play the game. Like I don't have like I don't like a centralized storage area. I mean, it's fine. I don't begrudge people for it, but I kind of like wandering around. Like I kind of like, okay, I got to go over here for this or over here for that. So this was kind of like where we were going to store our wool. Um, it's just one sheep because at the time I was like, well, we don't really need, it was really just for people who want beds. But yeah, it's just one little sheep. You can re-dye them. Extra shears in here. Typical little farm. There's a lot of like, if I open this up, you could probably see the grass. Yeah, you can see the grass back there. I got grass and lights hitting all over there. Grass blocks. Yeah. So here I tried to do something different with the windows. So there's glass panes on the bottom. There's glass blocks on the top, and then I put the glow lichen. I kind of made it look like I was trying to make them look like dirty, like they're crud, like there's crud on the windows, I guess. I don't know. You can't really, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This gives a little bit extra there. Then the back was a manual sheep farm. So we got shears there. This is also the update that I think it was 120, where you were finally on Bedrock could place stuff on trapdoors. Now, if I open it, it'll come off. But yeah, you could crouch and place them now. You couldn't do that before. So that was a little wheat farm there. Uh, this was my little cobblestone generator. This is where we were getting all of our cobble in the beginning. This is completely obsolete now. Now that you could just make cobble via using stone, right? Using the stone cutter. It's great. But yeah, it's just a little cobblestone generator, piston pushing it out, 12 blocks. I kind of made it. I was trying to make it look like this is like a caution area, you know, with some of the cobble had spilled over. But yeah, little furnace, I think it looks cool. We had the lava. I mean, just for aesthetics. This is just a temporary build. We're actually going to move this over. I'll show you. We're going to move it over there. But this is when the sniffers came out. I just wanted to grab. There's sniffers and there's armadillos in there. Just wanted to collect them. And this was just an early mob farm. It's just 2 levels. It's just trapdoors. They spawn in. Let's see. Break in here. Yeah, they just spawn in, fall in the water. Eventually they'll walk off. And yeah, and originally it was a blue campfire. Now it's a wither rose. But yeah, it doesn't do a lot. But again, it does like you know it's stuff. Again, we don't really need that much. I actually have a decent amount. I have like three. Yeah, I got a decent amount of gunpowder. But it does the job. Like bone meal, like the big thing is the bone meal. Like everything, like once you get the bone meal situated, like this game becomes very, very easy. This is still in the game, by the way. You guys could still make these. We just made this. It was over there. We moved it over here. But these are my favorite. The invisible elevators, man. You have to have access to powdered snow, but yeah. And this is the front of the beehive. So you can see what I was saying about the observers. So every time, like most farms are set up with redstone that they'll only shear or bottle once it's full, but this one actually does it every single time. So it is wasteful, but Yeah, it is what it is. We got our berry farm, we got our villagers, we got Butcher and Sundance. I don't know why I can't name him Butch. Won't let me for some reason. I don't know if the game thinks I'm saying something else, but yeah, Minecraft will not let you name something Butch. But anyway, Butcher and Sundance, because I'm old. If you're old, you know that. Oh, custom trees. So these were my original attempts for custom trees. Um, yeah, they're not very good. they're they're not good. I know they're not good. We're actually going to replace them. I actually made these a couple weeks ago. I really, really like these spruce trees. In fact, I got some other ideas now to make these trees even better. So I'm gonna be putting a lot of these trees up because they're so simple. They're being just straight pine trees, and I love the addition of the buttons for the little pine cones. Though pine cones wouldn't be here. Yeah, I guess that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. It's Minecraft. My birch tree. I actually found some pictures of birch trees on Google Images, and I found this one that like really branched off in all these different directions, and I really felt like that's the one I wanted to do. So I think I did a pretty decent job of this one. I'm still fiddling with the leaves. The leaves aren't like certain angles aren't right, and I kind of want to put some different color leaves in there to kind of maybe like I was trying to think of how the sun would go, right? So the sun rises in the east, sets in the west, um, and you got this mountain here. So I think it would gradually like lean this way, and that's kind of what I did here. So if you notice, like this branch kind of goes straight, and this one kind of curves that way, and then the same thing on this side. So this branch, starts up higher, because it would had to because of the shadows. It starts up higher, goes straight, and this one is much more vertical and has way more bushes. So that's kind of how I was thinking of it, like how this tree would grow in real life. I think this is my first attempt of a real, like a true custom tree, not like my little cherry trees here, which are just, I don't know. Like I don't know, it looks like a preschooler did it. It's not, I don't know, it's not very good. Oh, I like my wheelbarrow though. Here's my little wheelbarrow. I don't know what it's doing here. I was like, oh, I had this idea for a wheelbarrow, and I put it on there, and I just left it there. Um, because you could dye the water and stuff, and I don't know. That's my little wheelbarrow. I also have a little faucet here for no reason. No reason. But yeah, this birch tree, I was really proud of this one. Like this one, this was kind of my favorite one. I've done that one, I've done that one, and then we did these over here, which are kind of blended in. This building here, my son built. I'm very proud of him for doing this. He built this early on. In fact, I think, well, I don't know because his name's on it, but he built this early on. It really turned out nice. Yeah, this is all him. We'll get back to that section in a minute. So what else? Oh, chicken. Yeah, we got the typical chicken farm. When the new chickens came out, I added the other two, so now we got the blues, the whites, and the browns. Just kind of made it like, I don't know. I don't know. This feels like this is what a chicken pen would look like. These I don't know what to do with. I kind of just threw, I don't know. This is silly. I don't even know. Uh, Maybe we'll put plants in there or something. I don't know. And then there's like a pattern on the back. So when the shulker box gets full, it'll let me know, and then I can swap it out for a fresh one. Lightning bushes everywhere. I've also buried a bunch, as you can see, I buried a bunch of them, so we get the particle effects all the time. I'm a big fan of the particle effects. So I love the new leaves that have particle effects. I love the flowers that hang from the ceiling, the pink ones. I love all the particle effects. Just a little wheat farm. I have a little copper golem. He's got his poor guy's got a stone hoe, and he is just going back and forth between the chests, trying to find a spot for that hoe. That's all he does all day is just go back and forth. But he's my little farmer. Yeah, yeah. I like that though when uh he doesn't crush the wheat if he does go down, if he does fall off a block. But for the most part he just yeah, he just does that. This here is where we're gonna build I want to build a greenhouse. And underneath the greenhouse is where the sniffers are gonna go. This was me trying to make beavers. None of these look like beavers. Um, yeah, none of them look like beavers. This dock I hate. I can't stand it. But my niece Negan is going to build me one of her cool ones because she does really good at docks. So she's going to build one for me. I was testing if you could see. So that's the mangrove mud. That's just yeah. That's the rooted mud, and that's podzol. I was trying to see which one looked better, or if you could tell at all. I kind of like the podzol for a pond or a lake, like to dirty it up. Because I don't think it should be sandy. I want to make this lake dark. So anyway, this is gonna come out. This was my attempt of like a marshy lake. I love using this idea I got from BOO with using the Nylium, whatever it is called. I really like that. And as you can see, there's still particles because we buried some of the firefly bushes. But I like this. Yeah, we got it's like it's all like I don't know. It looks good. It'll look better once I finish going all the way around. I said this last stream, we're gonna remove this bridge and we're gonna remove that entire island, and we're just gonna make it one big giant lake. These things, I don't know. I was trying to make like some swampy bushes, trees. I don't know. They didn't really turn out great, so I may just remove these entirely and just keep the. I think it'll look better if we remove them and just kind of make it marshy on this bottom two layers. Tree farm we just built a couple weeks ago. Well, we had the tree farm, but we finally like kind of made use of it. I really like the way this boulder turned out. It took me a while to get the shape right, but I really like this boulder shape, and I love these pine trees back here. I like this little one here is my favorite. I really like the way that turned out with the tuff and the granite and just not as tall. And we used different leaves on that one. These two are the same as the one over there, and then I want to put another one right here, and probably a fourth one over here. But yeah, I really like the way this is turning out. We got our creeper protector here, so no creeper comes in and blows us up while we're working. All the wood is here, so we got all the wood. We could just take our saplings, we grow the saplings. We got our bone meal, we bone meal them. We got different, if we want to collect leaves or vines, we got the sticks. We got, everything you need. We got shulker boxes, which I didn't load in, blank shulker boxes, podzol, you name it. But yeah, this is just, you know, it's just a manual farm. So you could grow the single trees or you grow the two tall trees, and then yeah. You just go up to the top and then just harvest them down from the top. There's powdered snow here under a carpet so you don't take any fall damage. So yeah. And then the last thing over here, which I'm also super, super proud of, is the mud farm. This took me a little while to figure out. So there is a dispenser here, right, with water bottles. There is as you can see, it is um, we got the sorter on the bottom that's only going to sort out glass. Anytime a glass bottle comes in here, it gets put back into the system. So basically, it'll complete this. When you put a dirt block here, it'll power that redstone, which will shoot out a water bottle, turning it into mud. And then it just pushes it along, and then we got the pistons that push them all out to over here. Underneath these stairs is dripstone. So if we want to, we could let all this mud just sit here and turn into clay. So we have our clay balls, our clay, we got our mud bricks, and we got our mud. And if we want clay balls, we got a little fortune shovel there. And then we got plenty of dirt. So yeah, you just it's not the fastest, but it works. It took me forever to figure this out, but man, I loved it. Oh, I was so happy with this. And then yeah, so then you could just leave them here. Wait, why did that do? Oh yeah, sorry, I got to the end. When it gets to the end, it completes this circuit and then pushes them forward. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I really dig the way this. I like this whole thing. I like this sort of like factory sort of look. Um, I like the way the stone. I like with the blue. I like the way the stone looks, and I actually like the way the red stand looks. Smooth red stand looks really good. That like that orange. I've been really doing a lot of trying to get more into like contrasting, like using the color wheel, like looking at contrasting colors and thinking about like you have your RGBs, but you also have your CYMKs, your cyan, yellows, magenta, and blacks, right? Like just trying to think of how all that works together, the color theory. Um, so yeah, I was kind of like playing around with a lot of that stuff in here. Oh, and glazed terracotta. I was trying to put more glazed terracotta into my builds. I felt like this fit with the yellows and the browns, and yeah, I really like the way this building came out. Again, here I was doing the full blocks with panes, kind of giving that like little bit of depth. And I believe these are cyan blocks, cyan glass blocks with the light gray panes. Um, and then here is just like the cyan just going down the middle. So I was just trying to experiment with different like shadings with the glass. I could show you, actually, I could show you around back. And it's just obviously just a wheat farm, so we can make the bricks. So yeah, it's just a when the dispenser gets. So we have right here is the item sorter, right, which will send it into this hopper here, which then when that triggers, it will shoot a bottle into this dispenser will shoot a bottle into this water, making a water bottle, and then it floats up and over, and then back into this hopper and goes back into the system. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it was a lot of fun figuring this out. Uh, yeah, this is kind of one of my more favorite ones. It's one of my favorite ones because it works. Like it hasn't broken yet. Like most of my stuff breaks after a while, or I figure out like I get it to work, but it doesn't work consistently because there's a better way of doing things. But that one has been tried and true. Yeah, so this we're gonna make a lake. We're gonna make a giant lake here. We're gonna have boats in here. We're gonna have docks. I actually cleared out all the trees, and it makes a big difference. I still have to clear out the top ones, and I still have to clear that. But like, imagine like that is how all of this looked, and it just felt out of place. But as soon as I cleared out all those trees, it made it look so much. It just changed the whole like the depth. You know what I mean? Like it like that. I don't know. It just I can't explain it, but it looks so much better without those trees. Okay. So that's everything up here. That's everything that I have done, and that's again, it's everything is like sort of like all these little small farms and small like this is where we do our flowers, right? You know, typical bedrock, put one flower down in a hole and bone meal, and you get all the same flowers. Um, yeah, nothing really there. So now to the best part, uh, downstairs. So downstairs was I found this huge cavern down here when I was mining for diamonds. And there was an amethyst farm, and then we ended up finding right here along this bridge is where there was an amethyst farm. And so originally we had this huge. Let me show you, because there's still remnants. Is it back here? I don't know, but like it was like a giant like this all I had to dig out. But like all of this section here was like this cavern. And yeah, I ended up making it my base because we end up finding three spawners. We have our zombie spawner, which I turned into a skulk farm. There's a skulk catalyst right here, right on that block. So, you know, you turn it on, the zombies spawn in, you kill them, and then it spreads. It'll spread the this. You could just use like netherrack or something. Um, so this is how I was getting the skulk, and then of course you trade the rotten flesh to our boys here. Then down here is a spider farm. Again, same thing. Spiders come in, they come up here, go up you know, bubble vader, and yeah, you just kill them, and then you know you got your spider eyes, you got your you got your string. You know, nothing crazy there. Again, bare bones, just like you know, I didn't put too much detail into these rooms. I probably should do more. But honestly, I'm hardly ever here. Like, we just really don't need the. Here's a. This is a Bane of Arthropods 5 sword. Old school Minecraft painting. Love it. Down here is Netherwort farm, and I had a little mushroom farm here. It actually produces quite a bit. Um, you know. But now we have the bigger mushroom farm. Another one of my favorite buildings. This is fungi or fungi room. We have yeah, just a little mushroom room. You know, we can grow grow the big mushrooms. We can get the mushroom blocks. We can get the stems. This is a fortune hoe or a fortune axe if we want more. But yeah, I love the way this room is one. I just love this room. It just fits like the whole mushroom vibe, I think. And I love the cyan or this light blue or whatever it is. And even I don't know if you could tell, but behind the grates, I actually put mossy cobble, and it's not like I don't know. It's just a little bit, but it does help. Like whatever I think I had. I don't think I had anything back there. I think it was just a deep slate. But it just that little hint of green just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of helps. And then this is just your typical, nether wart farm. Yeah, nothing fancy. Does both kinds. And then eventually this is all gonna get dug out, and this is what the other side looked like as well. But this is all gonna get dug out, and we're gonna put in a place to grow and mine the giant mushrooms, the giant nether mushrooms. More terracotta. I really was trying to use, really trying to get that glazed terracotta in. Get the mushroom blocks. I like this. I like this room actually turned out really well too, because this I was also experimenting with the bulbs with the different brightness, right? Like it's hard like on Twitch or YouTube because it everything seems darker, but like on my screen, this is such a cool aesthetic having like the darker lights. So like these are nice and bright. Um, but yeah, I kind of was digging that. So I forgot this. This is where we were doing our. This is where I got my glow ink. I had a little glow ink farm here. And I just made it look. As you can see, sometimes I like to role play. You'll see when we go to the Nether, like how I role play certain things. This thing I was this all of this was sort of like I just wanted to build something that looks good. And as you can see, it's a lot of as I was saying before, the CYMKs, right? So you got your cyans, you got your yellows, you got your magentas, even the darker blacks. You got your blacks with the uh, deep slate, tinted glass. Like I was really trying to concentrate on doing the color schemes and how like you could see that there's kind of some blue in here, right? Like right here is kind of some blue and gray, and there's some green. Excuse me. There's some greens, so that's where like all these like colors kind of like really go well together. But then you get like the contrasting colors. So yeah, a lot of terracotta, more glazed terracotta. Um, But yeah, this is where I was getting all my coral, my seagrass, my sea pickles. Um, we have our kind of our storage over here for all these things. Obviously, I don't know if obviously you guys should know this, right? You guys all know this by now that if you put water blocks, I use stairs, but if you water logs a block behind coral, they'll stay alive. As long as they're touching a block, they won't die. We got our pufferfish here, just because. Yeah, and if you can turn the lights off, you can and get and we'll get the glow squids. A little bedroom over here. We have a cat. This is my cat Coco Bear in real life. That's her name, Coco Bear. And yeah, she gives gifts when you sleep, and she is crushing it. Just absolutely crushing it. Every time I go in the nether, though, and I come back out, she sits. So that's why the piston's here, so I can just quickly sit her and unsit her. And you have to have the glass on top. If you don't have the glass on top, they will kind of make the running sound, and it never stops. It just run, 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 run. It's really annoying. Can we sleep yet? No. This is my sundial. Basically, it's a daylight sensor that's on a block swapper. So the bamboo is the sun block. When it turns night, it switches over to endstone. There is a bell that it plays up there. And then there's another one, I think it's right here, set when the calibrated skulk sensors were coming out, I was kind of playing around with them. So there's one down here that's calibrated um, to the bell, and I think there's another one right here to kind of extend the range. Because the bells have a very, it's like 15 blocks or something like that. Like it's not a big range. Like if I were to hit that bell right now, do I have anything? I have nothing. Like you wouldn't be able to hear it from where we're standing. So to extend the range, we were using the calibrated skulk sensors. It also works for you can also hear it with strip logs. Do I have any logs? Yeah, if you strip a log, it will also set off the it'll set off the bells. So there's three bells in total. It's kind of cool. I like it. So there you go. Yeah. So what else? So we got one of my favorite things is we were making Halloween costumes, and this was my turtle costume. I absolutely love it. I love it's obviously just a turtle helmet, but it's gold armor with the silence trim, and then just little green leather boots. But I absolutely love this costume so much that I made little stands and I gave him little tridents. I did recently try to see if the spears look better. I was going to do golden spears, but they don't look as good. Um, Pots. First time I used pots. I also love we're talking about terracotta. The brown mushroom block is such. There we go. We just nighttime now, so you can see it's switched to the end stone. But I love the brown mushroom block as well as the terracotta. I think they look really really nice. But yeah, we'll go up there. But there's a frogs. We got frogs and turtles. This here is a slime farm. So we got just a couple of platforms. They just fall down into some. We just had one fall. They just fall down into some wither roses, and then there's a auto crafter to craft some in the blocks. And on this side is another mob farm. They just, it's the whole water on top of the scaffolding trick, and it kind of pushes them off. You do have to use either trapdoors or in this case, I use coral blocks because of the baby zombies actually do not get pushed by the water. So when a baby zombie comes in, he doesn't get pushed. So eventually though he will walk off or get pushed by another entity. But yeah, this thing, just it cranks out stuff. Again, we don't need a whole lot, so I'm not making some mega farm for that. This is our creaking farm. So there's, if you don't know, creaking hearts, when they're active, produce a redstone signal. So we have a comparator on the back of that creaking heart that will activate a clock for the pistons. So we got two pistons on this side to break the resin, and then we got a trident killer. You can see the trident is right there. That's the only spawnable block in range of the Creaking Heart. Now, it does take a while. Sometimes he spawns right away. As you can see, it's been night for a while. He hasn't spawned because the game is checking all the available slots. It would be if I like hollowed that wall out, it would be a lot quicker because every time it checks for like it'll check that block and it would be like oh it failed and it waits like a tick or two and then it checks that block. Oh, it failed. Eventually though it will check this block and say oh yeah I can spawn him right here. The one issue I do have with this is he will get pushed eventually into this wall here, these blocks here, and once he gets glitched in those blocks, the farm doesn't work because he's no longer taking damage. But honestly, I said this before. We have more than enough. I have a shulker box of resin blocks plus all of these. And I can't find. I don't know how to. I love the resin. I love these things. I think they're great. But the blocks are so like even the bricks, they're so. Oh, there he goes. So yeah, you can see it. It took a little while, but yeah, eventually, if I stand right here staring at him, it'll be fine. But let's say I turn my back. Okay, he hasn't done it yet. But sometimes if I turn my back, he'll get. Then he's able to kind of move, and he'll get pushed into these blocks. But yeah, you can see like look how bright this is. Like it's such a bright block. I don't really know how to incorporate that. But yeah, there you go, and it just falls down there, collects in a hopper, um, and then it's oops, then it's autocrafted. There's autocrafter there. It just autocrafts them into the blocks. So what else? I think that's it for this room. Again, I tried to use the terracotta. I didn't want to make it overly detailed with like texturizing. So as you can see, nothing is really texturized. But I didn't want blank spaces, obviously. So I used the flowers. These new flowers I really like. A couple of paintings, you know, statues or whatever, like, and I kept the ceiling very plain because I didn't want to be this. I didn't want this. I didn't want to be like your eyes to go up to the top. I wanted that to be a blank canvas, really. Like this should be. This is my favorite spot, by the way, because this right here. That's why I have this carpet here. It's in line with this. It's in line with this. It's in line with that, and it's in line with the slime farm. Like, it's kind of my favorite view of really the entire realm. Or maybe over here now, because now I can see these. But yeah, I tried not to texturize it that much, but also still give it enough detail, like putting a little fans here. Again, putting in that yellow, right? So I got the cyan, I got the magenta, I got the yellow, and then I got some of the black. And that's kind of how I was going about everything. I had that one dark color to go with the brighter colors. And these plants, these torch flowers are perfect for this little environment. There goes a slime fell in there. Okay. The bridge, obviously, yeah, we were, just a bridge. We put these in, what, 2 weeks ago? Dripstone Farm and the new Sulfur Farm. I wanted to make it a little interactive. So yeah, you gotta use target blocks. So you could do either side. You could do that one, or you could do this one. Oh, you gotta hit it. And then same here. Oops. You gotta hit it though. And there you go. And then they fall down. You can see they fell down. They just get collected right there. So yeah, the thing cranks. So here's the back of the farms, and then over here, this is our little like I don't know, it's like a little dock, little area where I do my frogs and turtles. So we got our frogs, we collect the tadpoles, we I breed up the eggs. I forgot to show that. So you breed them up, you grab the eggs, and then you come down here. Well, we might as well sleep. Get my free gift. So the cat will give its on Bedrock. It's 70% chance of giving a gift, and only one cat at a time. So I can't put multiple cats in here. Also, it kind of depends on where you're at. So the reason why I blocked all these off because if I fell here, if I exit the bed here, the cat wouldn't give me a gift. So the only way to get a gift is really actually I could take out this one. Is in one of these three spots. He'll give me a gift, but he won't. She won't give me a gift if I'm in any of these four spots, or obviously this spot here that's already blocked off. But yeah, because you block them off, when you wake up from the bed, I will always land either here or here, and then she will always not always give me a gift, but she'll always register that she can give me a gift. Oh, so yeah, so it's a little turtle farm back here. Yeah, just you got the eggs. Yeah, yeah, I can just do it real quick. Why not? We can always get more scoots. I haven't really found a use for the scoots other than the helmet. Like, has anyone really used Turtle Master potions? Like, have we ever? I guess for like a mini game or something. But yeah, you just grow them there. When they grow up, the water will push the babies into this little 2x2. And then when they grow up, we have poison arrows that will kill them, or harming arrows. Yeah, what are they? Arrows of harming. And then yeah, and then we get our scoots. Then this is our little snowman for snowballs. Nothing. Again, nothing groundbreaking there. But as you can see, like again, I just wanted to keep all kind of the same themes, So you'll see like it's the brick, the acacia, the lamps, kind of like the brick, the lamps, the acacia. Like you can see, it's kind of like I kind of carried the same theme throughout. Still using different colors, still trying to bring life in, right? So we got the spore blossoms, we got the bees to just kind of like have that movement. We have frogs every once in a while jumping through that window. We have mobs falling down here. Like it's a lot of movement, a lot of life. Um, that I tried to bring, and I really love all the different particle effects. So you got the leaves, you got the honey dripping, you got the spore blossoms, and then we also hid under the. We have some that you can see, and there's other ones that are buried. Like there's one there, but there's also some buried underneath here, so that will always give. Because if like these won't give any light, these won't give any particle effects because there's too much light. But if you bury them, then you'll get the particle effects the whole time. This is our potion room. Again, the teal, the magenta. We brought in a little. This time we brought a little bit of the red in. Um, this potion machine makes a shulker box at a time. So you just bulk potions, but we could also make, single ones as well. But yeah, nothing crazy. Again, we got the brick. My favorite roof, by the way, I should point that out. You notice that I always do the roofs in cracked brick. Cracked stone brick, I think, makes such a great like neutral roof. Like it's enough. It's a light gray, so it's not distracting to bring your eyes up, and it's enough detail where it looks nice, right? Like it's just a nice neutral background. So I always like using stone brick for all my ceilings. This we built last week. You can hear the ocean, and yeah, it works. It works. Works pretty good. So this is again, this is the we haven't done much with this, but yeah, this is the it's just three platforms. This one, and this one for the slime farm. And then here is the mob farm. It's just the two layers on each side, so four total. There goes a spider. Nothing big. And then for the big room, this was a double slime chunk. Hence why there's the tennis court down there. Double slime chunk that I dug all the way out just to, I was tired of the slimes. Also, I wanted the materials. Um, we're also going to dig out that one as well, all the way down. We're going to put in a giant lake in there. But for now, this is what it is. But yeah, and then the walls, I wanted to have like again a neutral backdrop to kind of like I wanted a blank canvas, but not too blank. So yeah, this is what we came up with. A lot of sandstone, a lot of wood. I did mess up. Right, I did mess up, right? Yeah. I wanted this row to be. Wait, did I mess up? So I'm on 22, 21. This is 20. Yeah, they're all off by one, and I'm not fixing it. I wanted this row here to mark like minus 20, minus 10, 0, etc. But for somehow I messed up like in the beginning stages and never caught on. So they're all like this is 20. It's all off by one. But yeah, it is what it is. Again, we're still working on this, and it's just netherrack up there. I really like the way the red netherrack looks with the sandstone. Yeah, it's really nice. And the last farm we have is our amethyst farm. Yeah, we have Angry Melvin. This is my Angry Melvin. It reminds me of Seymour. Feed me Seymour. And what I still need to work on this, to be honest. I gotta. I want it to be where you kind of like it only triggers if you walk in. Um, but Angry Melvin will spit at you because right now he'll do the whole 16. But yeah, Reedus, we're just showing off the realm. Angry Melvin. Look at Angry Melvin. He's so angry. 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 So yeah, that's Angry Melvin. He'll just keep spitting those blocks. So yeah, Amethyst Farm, you just simple, you turn it on, you harvest everything. Sometimes they get stuck on the blocks up here, so our little LA will pick them up and then drop them off here. But of course, I don't want to hear that noise the whole time, so we can just shut it off. And then up our stairs here, we actually use iron pickaxes. I have not finished this room yet either. As you'll see, most things are not finished. But yeah, we use iron pickaxes because they're not instant mined. So if I accidentally misclick and hit the block, the this what are they called? The spores, whatever. Um, it won't I won't automatically break them. Yeah, we did. We've been going for a little over an hour now. We did spawn. We did everything upstairs. We're now doing the downstairs of the farm. But this I wanted to make it like a magical theme, and I wanted to make it like again terracottas. I'm a big fan of terracottas. I wanted to make it like the magic was like seeping through. So I've been trying to figure out a way to incorporate the crying obsidian. So yeah, I felt like this room kind of works. I'm not happy with the ceiling at all. I want to redo that. I just don't think it works. I don't think the cyan really works here. Though this does, oddly enough. But yeah, the ceiling needs work, and I want to have something in here in this little in this window. I haven't decided, but I want something alive. Like I want something with movement, something that's going on, something like magical in there. Maybe we'll put some allays in there. Um, yeah, maybe we'll do like an LA farm in there where someone wants to breed up more LAs or something. I don't know. But yeah, this you know, I think the room could be a little wider too. It feels a little it's very tall vertically, but not it's not very wide. So, but yeah, for the most part, this room looks okay. It serves its purpose, and Angry Melvin is the best. Are you all done? Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to have a hopper in here that has a bunch of amethyst in it. But I want it to be I need to like do the wool all the way around it so that it only triggers when you stand right here. But we'll work on that. The other the what else down here? By the way, I love this ocean sound. I keep saying it, but this yellow, by the way, I do not like. That's all gonna get removed. But yeah, we did all this last week. This room here. And then there's my artwork. A New World by Charlie Carno. This is just so that's Art the Cow. The name is Art. I just love this little like I don't know, it just reminds me of like old school Minecraft, you know? Like 2013 Minecraft. I don't know. But it's cool. But I want to finish filling up all these walls. This is our gas station that we worked on last week. As you could see, I changed some things since the last stream. I'm still working on the colors. I haven't decided, like, I don't know which I like better. Do I like the white terracotta? Do I like the clay? Not clay, mud bricks? Yeah, mud. Or do I like, oh, there's nothing there. I don't like that. I can tell you right now, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, I got all the redstone working. I also was able to I was also able to put in a temporary, uh, yeah, right here, just temporary scaffolding up. I hear you, Art. Art is now fully secured. He kept getting out, but now he kept getting out every time we left. We unloaded the chunk and then reloaded it. He kept getting out, but now he is fully in place with glass panes. He cannot get out of that spot. Yeah, I see he gets when he gets stuck in that there he goes. See now he's stuck in there, it's done. Farm's broken. Like he won't get damaged anymore. It's because I walked by him. So as soon as I walk by him, he starts to path fine towards me. Coco, rotten flesh. My baby girl. My baby girl. Yeah, if I could show you this. If we go into the Nether and come back out, I'll leave that open. When we come back, she'll be running in place and never stop. It's annoying. So that is not everything down here. I'm sorry. There's one more thing, then we're gonna go to the Nether. I don't have that much more to show. I don't want it to be like 3 hours long. So yeah, I hope you guys like get like a better idea of where I'm coming from with all of this, right? With the color schemes and the detail, but not overly detail. And like I said, like they're all different. Like so, these are kind of the same, but then they're different over here. Like it's subtle, but they're not all the same. But they're the same sort of blocks. We got the candles. I tried to do different things, incorporate different blocks. Again, like this was an empty space I didn't know what to do with, so hey, just throw some plants up, and I think that turned out well, though I'm not digging the copper there. I may switch them out to acacia fence posts. But yeah, so we have this room down here, also not done yet. But this is we have a skeleton farm here. This was also a double slime chunk that I dug out. But yeah, it's just your typical, we got, your sugar cane, which now I can redesign and just put the hopper underneath mud. That way they don't get stuck there. We got bamboo. We got your glowberries. You know, you got your rooted dirt. You got your other pale moss dirt. All that stuff. I still have to put in the sea pickle farm. Sea pickle farm's gonna go right here. We got the ferns and tall grass and then your lichen. So yeah, nothing crazy, but just again, we get you get the bone meal from the skellies, and I said this the other day. So that's they're more getting in here because it was only 3 leather. So that must be the only thing I can think of is that. So there's 2 pieces of glass, or maybe there's only 1 piece of glass. But they must the only spawnable spot must be on top of that spawner. That's the only way I could get zombies in here, and then they get pushed off by the glass. Because this is all water, right? They can't spawn in the water. That's all water. This is all water. And they're not spawning on. They can't spawn on the campfire. Like, how else would a zombie get in there? But yeah, obviously this room is still everything as you're seeing is a work in progress. But yeah. So that's everything over here. We have one little farm over here, which is the record farm. We have some Malays here, you know. Uh, but yeah, we have a record farm. We have all the records now. Here's the new ones we just got. We got them a couple when the drop came out. Then yeah, this is a cool little farm. Uh, Still, again, we need to finish decorating it. But there's just a regular creeper farm up there. It's a very, very slow creeper farm. And then yeah, Mr. Skeleton here will see Mr. Iron Golem there, and he will try to shoot him. And then we put a TNT. We just put a TNT right there. So yeah, creepers come in, skeleton will hit the fire, light the TNT, and the TNT will kill the creepers, which is counted as a kill for this Mr. Skeleton, Mr. Creeper Killer. Then they drop their records. But it's a very slow creeper farm. Same thing. It's just the pads that they're gonna walk off with trapdoors, and then they fall in water, and then they get scooped in. But yeah, that's all that is. My niece's place, her starter house and stuff is over here. We won't go over there. Okay, let's go to the Nether. The only other thing is we were making like a gaming district over here, which we only made one game, I think. Oh, that was for an achievement. That's for the you could get both achievements here. You could get the what is it, the mile sky high or star trader. We have a villager. There's a villager up there on top of that glass at build height limit that you can trade with to get that achievement. And then if you fall, you can fall from build height all the way down to bedrock through that hole, and you can get both of those achievements. But we made Connect 4. So yeah, we got Connect 4 here. No one beats me in Connect 4. But yeah, it's just simple. You just uh, you just play a little Connect 4, right? Oops. Did the reach change here, or am I just bad tonight? But yeah, so you just do that. You play. That's right. You got to place it on these blocks. Yeah. So you line up where you want to place it, and you just place it on the block like that. And then when the game's over, you just hit the button, and they all go back. Just like that, real simple. This is rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, really low key. We were doing rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. You know. Yeah, that was our it's our big gaming district. One game. So so the Nether. When we first went in the Nether, it was a what you call it, the Crimson Forest. And the Crimson Forest has, all these really cool, the cool particle effects. Anyway, it kind of remind me, like you know what they look like, right? It's all dug out now, but like you could see, like the particles, the red things. It reminded me so much of Subnautica, and I had just at that time, Subnautica 2 had just come out. Well, that's yeah, the below was it below zero? Um, and it just gave me these Subnautica vibes. So this is what I was saying, like downstairs, like in the base, it's not very themed. We weren't really role playing, but this one we kind of role played. So I was kind of making this like this Subnautica thing, like you teleport to this alien world where this ancient civilization is gone, right? Like they're just like it's Subnautica. You can see it's a Hoglin farm. So right here is a Hoglin farm. They actually changed it a while back. It used to be able to cook the pork chop. Now it just drops raw pork chop. They changed the way campfires work. And this is a gold farm. It's just your simple magma blocks. The zombified pigmen spawn in, see the turtle egg, and then they just fall down. Just a simple one there. But anyway, so we wanted to make this kind of like this alien world, and that's what we kind of did. Like this is kind of like the surface area. Everything is chunk. You'll notice too. I like to make everything in chunks. I feel like, especially on Bedrock and on Realms, like having stuff, all your farms and stuff in the chunks, and it just helps me kind of map stuff out. So yeah, I kind of like just chunk align everything. So the reason why we have gas, we have two there and we have two there. You can see them, they come in render now. The reason why we have these gas in here is on Bedrock Edition, you can only have two gas in a four chunk area. So because we have these two there, and because we have those two there, this entire area is gas proof. No other mobs can spawn. Well, I mean we have the half slabs, but like no gas can spawn in this entire area. And that was like really helpful when we were building everything. There was like a giant mountain here I dug out. But yeah, this was kind of like the vibe of like this Subnautica like alien vibe. So I don't know. We have more plans. We have plans for a building there. Again, everything is it's still a work in progress. So this is the Nether Fortress farm. Again, we wanted to make it thematically like they were doing experiments. So I don't know. These are kind of like different, like, I don't know, they were testing out different gases on them, or something like that. They have a little control panel here. I have the idea of I don't think I've written anything yet. No, I have this idea of writing like a book for each of the mobs, like a Blaze, a Wither Skull, just kind of like going off the wiki and just putting in there like how they spawn, their sizes, and just kind of having like, I don't know, like you could have any, like if you wanted to know, you could just pop in and just say, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know a magma block needed X amount of spaces to spawn, or something like that. I really like the. I don't use the cherry wood very often. I'm not a big pastel color guy, but I love the cherry wood trapdoors with the iron trapdoors, as if they were like, I don't know, not oxidized, but like, I don't know, like I guess the copper ones would work better now, but before the copper ones, I was using these, and I really like that look. But yeah, it's just a regular manual nether farm. We have a beacon back here, and you just kind of like, you stand here, they spawn in. You can see they spawn in over here, and you just run in, kill them, blah blah blah. Everything's one hit, and this block right here will spawn in that side. We've spawn proof a lot of it. Like we still have to finish spawn proofing, and it'll be a lot faster. Like you could hear a ghast over there. But yeah, that's all. That's all it is. It fills our needs. Did I turn it off? Yeah. Trash can. Your trash can. Your put the stuff away. Then we have just a small. Like I don't like. I like doing multiple things at once playing the game. I'm not a big AFK guy. So what I want a reason to come down here and farm the nether mobs, right? So I put in this little, it's just a 4 furnace array, nothing crazy, but I didn't want it to be like super. I didn't at the same time I didn't want it to be super fast. Like I wanted it to be a little slow. So yeah, I'll come down here. You put in your, maybe you put in like a shulker box of potatoes or something like that. The fuel goes in here, and then it just spits out there. But yeah, I kind of like it. Like, oh, if I need to smelt like, I don't know. I need a shulker of glass, so I get a shulker of sand. That I can come down here, and while that's cooking up, that I can come down here and kill the nether mobs. Then out here is the rest of the nether fortress. It's actually a pretty big fortress. Again, we're still spawn proofing stuff, but there is a double blaze spawner here. I want to redo this. So when the lava trick came out, right? That lava pushed mobs. I'm like, okay, let's give this a shot. Um, I have it turned off right now. Well, almost off. We have lava dispensers dispensing lava up there. But right here, you could stand right here and it activates both farms. I need to figure out a way to move them, probably mine carts, to move both of them into one. It's way too slow. It's just way too slow. Also, I don't really need, how much blaze powder do I need? Like that's the other thing too. Like for our needs, we just don't need a ton of it. But yeah, this actually keeps going. It's a huge nether fortress. So we can actually make more farms. Like I didn't even bother. Uh, yeah, I mean I spawn proofed a lot of it, but yeah, like I think like going from here, like the next like 100 blocks or so, it's like not spawn proof at all. But we got some plans. I want to make a I want to make a nether skull farm, like a beacon farm, where we send these guys to the overworld and then blow them up with a charged creeper, because they'll drop their heads 100% of the time. Then we just got a head right there. There we go. I mean, how many beacons do we actually need? I think we already got like a dozen beacons. You can go away. Actually, you can just get rid of all this. Where did I pick that up at? Oh, that's when, oh, that's from the, okay. Yeah, that was the building. So yeah, so as you can see, this, we were trying to make this run down. I was trying to be like, so F3 it stands for Fortress Farm, and it's 3 chunks. So that's kind of what that represents. F for Fortress, 3 for 3 chunks, because that's what it is. This is the middle of the chunk, so it's 1 chunk, 2 chunks, 3 chunks. There's a guy with a spear. Will you drop your spear? No? Yeah, you bum. But yeah, they're all one hit when I turn the beacon on. I don't know why I just did that. Now I just gotta throw all this junk away. But yeah, that's what, so you'll see a couple of the farms are like that. Where we're crashing. Are we crashing? Yep. We crashed. Tried to do too many things at once. Hmm? Let me back on. So yeah, like I don't know if you guys ever played Subnautica. Subnautica, the first Subnautica was one of my favorite. It's still one of my favorite games. Like I thought the whole storyline and just like some like the first time you get Reapered and stuff like that is so I don't know. The Sunbeam, especially like that was came out in what 2016, 15, 16. Like to have an underwater game and the music and the visuals, oh, such a great game. Okay. I don't know what to do here, guys. Baby turtles will drop scoots when they grow. So yeah, I don't know. Has anyone like what do you use the Turtle Master for? Like a practical use, you know? Like if you wanted to do like I guess if you wanted like there's so many infestation farms now. Your client having trouble establishing connection with multiplayer servers. Check my interconnection is fine, man. It's on you. It's on you, Minecraft. Um like the armadillos, if they're scared, they're caught up in a ball, like they don't get hurt. The allays, right? They get hurt. Do they get hurt? I can't remember if they get hurt. But anyway, like I was thinking, like maybe you can use them in that regard because you get all that resistance. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I guess there's some like mini games that we could play that would where we want that slowness, because it's like really slow, right? Put you. It is. I have a safety switch here, in case you accidentally throw something you don't want in there. But yeah, it'll send all that stuff to trash. So anyway, yes, this is our big thing. So this is supposed to be the surface. The reason why I made that the what you call it farm, is because we want to do a like a sky or something. Um, so down the dark, what is it? The deep dark stuff, whatever it is. The skulk blocks. Yeah. Oh, we have a little, just a little basalt farm. You know, when it gets going, it gets really going. There's just a there's a mine cart pushed in there, and yeah, it just collects it in there. Down here is where we were keeping our nether storage. So as we dig stuff out, and we're digging all these chunks out, we kind of have our little nether storage area. We got nether bricks over here, though I think I used them all. Little smelting area. I have an idea for here. I want to build like a giant crane with cauldrons full of lava, like that, like on a piston feed. That it's like, here's what I haven't figured out how to do is how to like. I wish I could get away where I could have like empty, like it comes up and like there's empty. Maybe we could figure that out. Have a row of empty cauldrons on a piston feed and ones with lava. Like I wanted to make it look like there's empty ones going down and picking up lava and then coming back up. So maybe if we have it go this way, so we have empty ones going around like that, and then full ones coming around like this, but then you like block off the back so you only see the front. I don't know, maybe we could figure something out like that. But yeah, I kind of had that. I kind of want to build um, like a nether dock or something, and then use striders. There's a big lava lake here, so maybe we'll do like striders or something like that. Maybe a strider race course. I think that would be a lot of fun. Then there's I'm not gonna do the nether tunnels tonight because we're gonna redo them all anyway. But the one other thing I wanted to show, two other things I want to show, is so we were talking about the Subnautica, and you could see like, so those glass. So in the first game, you built those like those compartments, and you could see like that's where I got the inspiration for these guys. These little like like little compartments. Oh, I was experimenting with the trees, the pale oak trees, because I felt like it fit this fit this biome. But yeah, this kind of like this yeah, you can see like these compartments. Definitely this Subnautica vibe. Gas farm. So these are all temporary portals. We're actually going to go, because this is supposed to be the surface, and then I think we're going to go underneath and place all the main portals. But for right now, and I have all these like just like fire prevention, stealth mode, just like, you know, if you need like, if you're going out and doing stuff, you know, like, you know, oh man, I forgot my potion. You don't want to run back to base. I have all these little sets up here. I have one there. I have one over there. I have a couple over there that you can just kind of grab, like, grab some potions and then go on your way. So the gas farm is down here. This is one of my favorite builds. I want to get back to this too. Like I've been, I got to finish digging all this out. Problem is, there's a lava lake up there, and it keeps, you can see it dripping. Like, it's such a pain to build under lava. But this is G3. This is Gas Farm 3 Chunks. This is one of our early builds. They just spawn in and just die on the cactus. So there's no looting. There's no looting. There's a lot of loss because some of it, gets deleted by the cactus. But again, for our needs, this was such a cool little farm, and it's 3 chunks because we were using. It's all chunk aligned because we were using the carts. And if you don't chunk align them, the carts will stop. But this is such a cool. I can't wait to finish up top there, to get a better view. But yeah, this is so cool. I love this. I started messing around with dirtying it up a bit. I just think it just looks really really cool. This also Subnautica, like those what were they called? The bioreactors. God, it's so loud. Yeah, these were like the inspired by the bioreactors. The hardest thing about this farm when we were building it, when I was building it, was the spawn proofing wasn't done yet, and I kept getting Endermen coming in and stealing the cactus. It would steal the sand. They would actually pick up the sand underneath the cactus. So then I built, so I had to build a cactus farm. I had to build a cactus farm because I kept losing so much cactus to this stupid Enderman. And I got a little cactus farm here. Just do that with good pistons. And then just replant. Yeah, everything's spawn proof. Because they can't spawn on top of cactus. So yeah. That's that, and we also get the cactus flowers as well. But yeah, and until I finished spawn proofing for a long time there, it was yeah, I just made like the aesthetics like they were doing some sort of like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, like they were doing some sort of experiments on the plants or something like that, and that was kind of like the role-playing idea I had. I was also playing around with the different textures here. I really like the way the weathered copper and the mossy stone brick looks. Maybe not up close, but further away. Like, look how good that looks. Like up close, not as much, but I really like that look. I love this like oil dripping down from these. Like I want to do that one, and I guess a little bit over here. And then this was supposed to be like a garage. And these were I'm gonna build these all over the place. These little like I don't know, these little like bulldozers. I think they look cool. You could sit in it too. Oh no, you can't. Oh, I thought I put a. Maybe I was planning to. Yeah, I gotta put a mine cart in there because we gotta be able to sit in these things. But yeah, so this is like a little garage like they're working on. This one like broke down, and I want to put some extra parts up here. And this is kind of like the break room. You can see all my building stuff's here. Little lockers. So yeah, I love this I love this project. This is one of my favorite projects, other than this screaming gas. So right here, if I stand in one of these 2 blocks here, everything around me should be spawn proofed, except for I hear a strider in there. Oh, and then up here is the control room. I like the vents here, like they're getting dirty, they're getting clogged. Hey, Zombie Bobby, how are you, bud? I know, I did an early stream today. My throat is killing me. So I wanted to I want to do it early. Again, terracotta, my favorite block. Man, they're so loud. But yeah, really cool. So what's funny is about this farm. I gotta get out of this farm though. Hold on. Is there a? Can I turn? Where's audio? Audio. Can we turn down hostile mobs? Oh, they're so loud. Um, so every time there was a, every time there was an update, they changed gas spawning. I swear to you, like I had like I forget what I had. I think I just had one row on top, but they were and it worked fine. And then they changed it, and then they were escaping. Then I couldn't have. Then so I fixed that, and then they like an update or two later they broke it again, and I kept having gas escape. So I had to make sure that this is all spawn proof, but these are solid blocks underneath. So it had to be solid blocks, and then we spawn proofed it with this kind of design, which I really like. We really went out in all the detail in this one. Even though you don't see it, and you'll never see it from this point. Uh, but yeah, they kept breaking it. Oh yeah, I had to put these in because originally these were glass, but then they were spawning on this block here, and they were able to pop out. So I had to block that spawn with that. So now if they spawn in the other block, they still can't escape. But yeah, I've had gas escape this so many times. It's a little like a conveyor belt that they were. My plan was we're gonna put like a cave here that they were like mining in with these bulldozers, and this is the material that they were getting, and they were taking it up top, and we're gonna again that's where that lava lake is on the other side, and we were gonna put a dock there with a ship, and they were taking all this stuff out. I still have to texturize that wall. I got to finish up that wall and this wall. This is like it's supposed to be like a little computer screen. You know, like these are all monitors. So 6 monitors. But yeah, I think it turned out again my favorite ceiling. Yeah, it's everywhere I build, I build with that ceiling. But yeah, so the only other thing is, and we'll go back up this way. So the last little thing we're working on is there's two things. But I don't feel like going the other one is too far away. We have our frog light farm, which we're working on. And then we have our enchantment under the sea. Your phone's laggy, little man? We were just showing off we were showing off like the main part of the build. Like where spawn was. And then we did the nether. So I did up top and I did underneath. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I wanted to go this way. So down here, my son's castle is down this way. You can see we have more of these little stations set up. Over here is we have a shared, I completely stole this idea from Etho. But we have these shared shulker boxes. Right now we only have 3 of them made. We have lights and lamps. We have dyes and decor. And we have redstone. So every member of the realm has each has their own box. And what they do is like, so this one missing, I started using some of it. I can I can swap it out. So I can take you off, put the old one on, and then that will refill. You can see it all refilled. So there'll always be a fresh one here. And they get refilled from up here. And yeah. So it's kind of like having the creative menu in your ender chest. So, if I need to, I want to see what this dyed glass looks like, or if I want to see what this terracotta looks like, or this wool, or if any kind of dyes, or, I need some bookshelves here. Like, how does this look? How does that look? Like, it's not for like major projects. Like, if I was building a library, I wouldn't use this because you have to keep at least one item in at all times, or else it breaks the system. So if I needed like 7 stacks of bookshelves, I wouldn't use this box. But if I was trying to design the room and say, oh, I wonder what it looked like if a bookshelf was here. I wonder what it looked like if it was chiseled, like that kind of thing. It's really, really helpful to have all that stuff. So right now we just have the 3 made up because it takes a long time to. We need about 12 stacks of each item. So it takes a long time to make 12 stacks of dispensers and 12 stacks of observers. Um, so yeah, that's what this room is for, which we're still again still decorating. Everything is a work in progress. Uh, we have a witch farm, which yeah, it's just a witch farm. I love these. I love these. I don't know who came up with them. I stole them from the internet. But yeah, this ghast is so cool. And then, of course, the Guardian. Little refilling station, you could just swap. I can just refill my stuff here. We have a little speed here, little speed. I have to finish going in that direction, but yeah. Zoom, zoom, zoom. But yeah, I really like this, again, this Subnautica vibe thing we got going on here. And then you get to this room. Again, more Subnautica kind of inspired. We're going to go out that way, in that direction, and we're going to go out in this direction. I guess, well, I would actually like to go in that direction, but obviously we'll have to move the portal. But this is where I do all I know like, there's much better and faster XP farms, but you don't get anything. You don't actually get any like mats from them, right? You're just repairing your tools and that's it. So I like the Guardian farm because of you're getting the sea lanterns, you're getting all the dark prismarine, So we come here to do all of our repairs and stuff. So we got a little enchantment set up here. We got extra anvils, we got books, we got regular books. You push the button, you get 3 lapis, so you can do your enchantment. We got a full enchantment center here. I'll just show you in there. We got all the books. I think I may redesign some of this with the chiseled bookshelves. Because I made this before the chisel bookshelves came out. But I like the idea of having like mending just like because right now if I need mending, which is right in the middle, I have to go here and then I have them in shulker boxes or I'll have them just in the chest. I think it'd be easier to just like click on the chiseled bookshelf. But yeah, we got them all. The only thing I didn't add was the new I have to find a spot. Well, maybe we'll put it with mace. We'll do mace and we gotta go. Whoops. There we go. Mace and what is it? The spear? Because what do we have? Lunge, right? We have lunge now. Mace and spear. There. Oops. Alright, I'll fix that later. What was the other thing? Bow. Why is this not working? Boy, it's really laggy today. So Mace and what was it? What did we have here? Punch, power and punch, power and punch. Boom. There. No, it's got to be another space. Boy, it does not like these signs. There. There you go. Mason, Spear, Power and Punch. Yeah, so we have all of them there. We have our little enchantment set up. In here we have just your typical. I have to. I still. It has been like they broke the XP in the water like 2 years ago. I still haven't fixed it. But we all have our own tridents. So there's mine, there's Fireburner, there's Negan's. We have to make one. We have to change these to Zombie Bobby. But yeah, you just throw your tridents in there. You turn it on. You know, this turns the farm on. You just stand here, collect your XP and so forth, and everything gets collected down below. I finally found a use for the stripped acacia logs, by the way. I actually do like them. I like them with the dark oak and the prismarine. Like I've been trying so hard to fit these in because I do like them, but I always end up like trying them and then like something seems off. Then I remove them and switch them with another block, and I'm like that's what it was. That's what was throwing it off. But yeah, just your typical item sorter. We got all of everything over here. Yeah, you got all your lights, blah blah blah. Uh, yeah, got your villagers for trading the fish, cure them. But we do have a lot of plans for. I actually want to make a like giant oil rig because we're only using like only there's what 25 spawn spots on Bedrock. We're only using 4 of them. So I actually want to make like I don't know, like an oil rig or something. Uh, and then I also want a squid farm. I want all kinds of farms. We also have a skeleton horse in here. Don't we have skeleton horse? Oh, they're over here. That's right. Yeah, they are. Yeah, skeleton horses. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like again, there's a lot. There's the kids have a lot of stuff on here as well. We don't really have anything in the end. We haven't really done anything with the stronghold. Um, we're still working on the nether tunnels and stuff and frog farms, but again, like it is a work in progress, and that's the beauty of this game. Like everything is always a work in progress. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Like everything else is like yeah, we have an iron farm. Like we have a witch farm and they're not decorated. Yeah, typical, just a regular witch farm there. We have an iron farm and passive mob farm. Should decorate those. I really like the way this turned out. I do like this though. So we're doing the nether tunnels at the bottom at Y15. So we're still trying to design it. I came up with this, but I don't like it. First off, I need to widen it out. I want to. It's only 5 blocks wide. I want to go 7 blocks wide, and it's way too flat. So I want to fix this up a bit, and we're removing the ice boat road because we no one uses ice boats anymore anyway. But I love the way to get up. So we're right now at Y15. The wind charges are ridiculous. That's so cool. Oh, I love wind charges. Like, how cool is that? Like in the Nether, right? Like, 'cause you can't do anything else. Even the new geysers, you need water, so you can't put bubble elevators in. So, like, that is like, yeah, that is the only way. Like, I'm not before we were climbing this ladder. Like, I ain't climbing a ladder. Now I can get right up. I can't figure out like so to go from Y15 to Y70, or I guess 75. I can't figure like I can't. I don't know how to do more wind charges. Like this one's only 3, which gets me to level 32. So that gives me 15 to 32, and then they go from 32 to that's like to 80, right? Like it's not enough. That's 4 dispensers. So I can't figure out how to make it work. I know you can on Java, but on Bedrock, I don't know how to make it work. But yeah, that is dude, those are so cool. They're so much fun. The other thing I haven't figured out what we're gonna use this for is you can catch you can actually catch the wind charges. So I don't know if you've seen this. I saw this, I think it was Etho's video. Yeah, you can see, you could catch them. So if you get the timing right, yeah, you could catch them. And then you can move them. Oh, wait, why can't you? Oh, you can't move them anymore? Oh, I think that one's not in line. I'm pretty sure you can still move them. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, then you can move them. So, I don't know. Look how cool they look. As soon as you walk into them, as soon as they get touched. See, I don't know what we're gonna do with them yet. I don't know. We'll figure out something. So that is that's everything. Yeah, I again, I really appreciate the comment. I hope I'm probably butchering your name, Bob Aramera. I don't know. I am so sorry, but I really appreciate the comment. I really appreciate the suggestion. Like it really made my day. Um, it's my little lake here, little pond I made. We had a yellow axolotl named Axel Rose, but someone who's in chat right now killed my axolotl, and he knows he did it. He won't admit it, but he definitely killed my axolotl. He has to get me another one. The bells goes off, so Sarah, we'll watch it. So there you go. It's now nighttime. Now let's see if she runs. So I have to unsit her. She always sits when you go in the nether. Can you hear her? Can you hear her running? It's so annoying. I turned down mob sound, so you probably can't hear her, but I can hear her. But if you do this, she stops running. Oh wow, look how far she threw it. She threw it all the way over there. There is a hopper under there, but sometimes it escapes. We'll put you in here. So yeah, this really did. This is my favorite room. I really just love the way these colors have come together. That's why I always start out my videos right here. You can see the frog jumping. And I love, by the way, the tinted glass. So good. I like so like gray glass was always my go-to. But the tinted glass is just so nice. It's so clear too. Pots, we're starting to use the pots. I mean, again, I actually had to go out. I didn't show you, I don't know if I showed if you saw that in the potion room. I had to go and get these stupid pots, the potion pots. You can only get these in desert wells. That's it. You have each desert well has only two suspicious sand in it, and each suspicious sand in a desert well has a 20, it's either 20 or 25% chance to drop that sherd. So I had to go to quite a few of them to get one, two, three, four pots. But they look good though. I do like them. Like it is such a cool little addition to the game. Oh, and I'm writing books for the potions. So this one right here is potion modifiers. So it basically so here's all the different modifiers that you can have. Your netherwort, your redstone, glowstone, spider eye, gunpowder, dragon's breath, and it tells you what each one does. And then you can also put it in the lectern and read it from here. But I want to make one for now. I'm making one for uh, all the potions. So you can see I'm working on it right now, actually. So yeah, here's all the beneficial potions. So I want to write all the ingredients for. So like I think I only got the first one done. Fire resistance, nether wart plus magma cream, but it tells you the what it does, whether or not you can extend it or make it stronger. Lingering reduces it to 45 minutes and 2 minutes. It also tells, I want to tell you how you can get the actual potions without making them. So witches have an 8.5% chance of dropping if they die while they're drinking it. Swamp Up Cauldrons have 5% chance, and you can also get them from Piglin bartering. So that's kind of like my idea of that way someone, if they don't know how to make a certain potion, they'll be able to come here and grab a book. So yeah, it's gonna take. So I want to do the beneficial potions, the harming potions, and then the third one would be like specialty utility potions, because there's like wind charge potions, there's infestation potions. I guess Turtle Master will put in there. So yeah, again, even here, I don't know if I like the acacia. Like it would look better if that was dark oak. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. I think it's such an awesome suggestion. Uh, so yeah. So maybe later this week or early next week, I'll stream and get back on to. I want to finish this up. I want to finish the gas station up, and I also want to finish. I also want to make another one upstairs for when like. So let's say Negan or Fireburner are coming over on their gas, they can park it somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you do with the horses. No, we're up here. But yeah, the redstone does work now. So we just click. I still think it's better in third. It's probably easier in third person. But yeah, you can see how the light's off. I think the empty one should be lights off. And then you just go in. Actually, now you got to go back to first person. You can dismount or you can click it from there. And then there you go. They're all locked in again. Oops, that's fine. But yeah, I think it looks good there. The only thing I wish I would have done is maybe added a space. So like when I was planning out the spacing, I had two spaces there, two spaces in the middle, and two spaces to the right. Now I kind of wish I would have left two there, and then just like one space in between, one space in between, one space in between. But I was afraid that no, we couldn't do that because of this middle part, because then it would look off centered. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. When we finish it up, then maybe it'll look better. But yeah, I don't like that it's like these two are together, those two are going to be together. I don't know. It's going to look it's going to look off unless you know what? All right, never mind. What I'll do is I'll make all of this seem like it's all connected. Because right now I'm looking at it, these two are separate and those two are separate. But if I put something in the middle there, it'll look like all everything is connected and it's just space on that side and on that side. So yeah, that'll work. All right, well, thank you again. I really appreciate it. Um, I love this realm. We're gonna keep it forever. My grandkids are gonna play on this realm. Uh, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.